Okay. Yeah. So, guess who went to office hour today? This girl! Yes. Basically, like, I walked in, I was just like, hey, can we go over this other essay? So, I can have, like, a good foot in for the next one. And it's not an essay, it's a paper, my bad. It's a linguistics paper. Like she said on the second last meeting. And I instead brought in the paper that I turned into her on Friday night. And she was just like, well, you turned it in on Friday night and you expected to have it graded. And I'm like, I never said that in my life. I don't think I ever said that I was expecting it to be graded at all. So, never said that. So yeah, like take this as my record of me never saying that crap, because I've never said that it was supposed to be graded by then. Never even suggested it. And I think like the neutral party there was confused because she's just taking in what she's saying, she's taking in what I'm saying. And it's easier for an adult to fall into another adult instead of a student that's been complaining about this specific professor. And like whenever there's a neutral party, they probably expect something like big. But for me, it's mainly like the fact that like since day one, there's obviously been a problem. And I taken another class with her. She's obviously had problems with me then. We didn't end up on good enough. But, you know, yes, it was bad. And, like, you know, the first time, like, I asked, like, a question in this class, I think, she, one, noticed that all the students were struggling. She asked the question, the very, very beautiful question of, hey, do you guys feel like it's more the topic or the work? Everyone said it's the topic. I thought the topic was cool at the time, so I was like, baby girl, it's the work. It's literally the work, because this is hard to complete. It's a lot of repetitive motions, and it's really hard to complete. So I told her that, and I was like, hey, this is actually really freaking hard. And then she was like, no. You're supposed to have this done. And I was like, well, that's what I'm asking right now. I'm asking you how I'm going to complete this fully and completely. Like, how am I gonna go about this? And then instead of her giving me a direct answer, she said, you were supposed to have it completed. You're not gonna understand this one specific topic I brought up in class. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know I missed that by not completing this. Can we go over it? And before I got to finish that, she just threw her hands up in the air and was just like, you know what, I have a class to do, bye. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that means I'm never asking help from this woman again. So I go, and I'm about to start picking myself up before I start crying, because I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then a student comes up to her holding a paper, talking to her about something, and she's actively talking to her while picking her stuff up. So I'm like, that sounds more stressful than me just saying, hey, could we just re-go over this certain aspect? Oh my god. It's just, this is stressful. This is so stressful. And then I have an office hour with her today, and the one today, like, the neutral party was just like, you should consider getting accommodations. Because I brought up the fact that the exam is only 1 hour, and it's like 9 pages, like technically 7 if you don't add the extra credit. And she's just like, oh, well, you know, you're supposed to have blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, supposed to? Who can finish? Who? Like, accommodations or not, I'm sorry, who can finish that? All the students have to take extra time in the class to finish it. Like, all the like half of the class is still in the class by the time that the class is ended, still trying to work on that exam. So I'm sorry, where did I go wrong? Because I don't think I went wrong in that. I don't really think I did. Like, last time I checked, I don't think I'm actually that far off than everyone else. I think everyone else just kind of gave up a little bit on it. I think everyone's kind of doing bad on those exams. Like, I remember one class I took with her, everyone got a C on their papers, and they kept getting C's. And then I got a D. I was like, hey, what the heck is going on? I go to the office hour, then she tells me this stuff. I thought I fixed it. Obviously, I did. And, like, that's totally okay. That's totally fine and acceptable. But right now, it's like, I don't want that to be fine and acceptable. I want you to give me, like, distinct, like, things that you want me to do correctly, before I turn this assignment in, because I'm not ready to fail your class for no reason. It says on the syllabus, if I don't turn this assignment in, on time, I get participation points taken off for the week. And I was prepared for her to say, oh, it's going to be every week. I didn't care. I was like, hey, I'm just going to try to hit her up once I get the neutral party. And then we're going to go over it. I don't care how many weeks are left of class or not, because this is literally what it says on the syllabus. But guess what she does? She says, you actually can't turn in the paper anymore because it's too late. Also, on top of that, you're getting participation points taken off for the week. And I disputed it right away, and I sent it to everyone, and they just said, okay, well, if you have any more problems, just let us know. So I'm like, okay, I'm turning this assignment in, and yes. So yeah, there's that. And then I was just like, hey, if you want to go over the syllabus a little bit more with me, because I see in the syllabus this is what it says, we have an office hour. And that's when this came today. And then she straight up said today that she wasn't expecting us. And I was like, okay. And either way, her office hours are open at that time. So I'm like, and then she was just like, yeah, it's fine because this is my office hours anyways. But, you know, but I'm pretty sure I sent her like multiple emails saying like, you know, that we're gonna meet. She just hit me up with well, I want a neutral party there. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, you're the one that's bullying me, not the other way around. But if you want to, sure, like that's what I want. It's literally what I've been asking for. She wanted the neutral party to be the dean of the department. Like, oh, okay, let me go get the dean of the department. Let me just go get bullied even more. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Whatever. So, you know, that was the meeting today. I ended up getting emotional because I'm like trying to explain to her, hey, I reached out to you this one time and you just threw your hands up in the air and got upset. And of course I didn't just say that. I was like, it just didn't go as far as I thought it would, because like you responded by telling me that there was more late work on top of the late work. And if I were to get accommodations, it would most likely be for the late work. I'm just trying to figure out ways to complete it, at least in the quality that in which you're expecting. And that just basically went nowhere, because they're like, we want like, we have to work on specific things with this. We can't work on this essay because the dean said that we can't work on the last essay. We have to work only on paper 3. And I'm like, okay, all right. This paper is expected to be finished in a week. This is probably like the hardest paper. I'm like, you know, I don't care. I honestly don't care. Maybe I just try to like, I honestly, maybe I try to get it incomplete. Like, I'm 100% convinced that maybe if I like beg some person in the school, maybe I could get it incomplete, because I've been dealing with way too much in my personal life to be dealing with her too. And it's like, if you have problems in your personal life or something, I totally understand that, because I do too. But would I take it out on a student or something like that? Probably not, because I feel like that's all it is. Like, when I answer a question in class and then you say, I can't hear you, and then another student picks up and says, okay, like as what Alyssa said, to repeat it, and then you say, oh, it's all correct and great now. That's obviously personal. It's obviously just personal at this point. Like, even if my neutral party does get swifted, because they had like a conversation at the end, and it's most likely them like talking whatever about me. So like, you know, if it does come down to that, I mean, there's other people in departments and stuff like that. If anything, there's like literal lawyers, because it's like, oh, you can't academically bully somebody. Like, I think it's like some law somewhere where it's like, you mustn't bully your student. Like, there's got to be something somewhere. Like, it's like, what the heck is going on, man? It's like to the point where it's like, I shouldn't let it stress me out to these points anymore, because at the end of the day, if it comes down to me getting a D, that's still passing. I go on to the next thing. You know what I mean? That's just all what I could do at this point. And I'm just trying to hope for the best. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to live viva la vida loca, and just be happy. That's all a girl really wants, is just to be happy, live her life, and drink some water, because that's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do. If you're dealing with stuff like this with your school, know that you're not alone. Know that you're literally not alone. And then when they all have meetings and honor society awards and shit like that, and they're all like, oh, I just love reading this book about Black struggles, and they're the ones causing it, I mean, like, just let them be. Like, let them be, because karma kind of hits. Like, it literally does. And it probably already hit. That's why they act this way. Because nobody's happy who does this to their student, I think. Like, nobody's happy who makes an example out of their student in class and says in front of the whole class, oh, hey, so if you don't finish this, then you're a threat to failing my class. And it's like, you know, in front of everyone, literally all of your peers who may think good of you, may think bad, like in front of literally everyone. And they all say, oh, that was pretty harsh. Like, yes. And she kind of did it to another student today. I'm not gonna lie. At least I felt like I picked up on it a little bit. She's just like, I think I prepared you guys very well to be close readers. And then she looked at her and was like, are you good at close reading? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be good at close reading for a while now. But that was kind of fucked up to ask. Like, I think, like, you would know from, like, her papers or something like that if she's a good close reader or not. Like, what a crazy thing to ask a student, like, in front of everyone. And then she's like, I have a master's in teaching. I know how to structure this. That's what she said in the office hour today. Really? Okay. All right. Well, see y'all. Bye.